candidates who cleared the prelims, offering financial aid, mentorship, study materials and coaching support to help them succeed in the mains and interview stages.
And civil service clearance at the central and the UPSC level is definitely one area which we are very, very concerned about, and we would like to see more students pass. So this year itself, in fact, I'm starting a program where I'm going to be supporting financially the students who have cleared the prelims. Will be giving financial support to them from the government side. At the same time, where the different districts and different organizations through which we are giving coaching and training and financial support. And we had started a program online many years back, which of course had to be stopped because of the COVID, the pandemic that struck us. But we are slowly structuring it. I hope that we'll be able to see more impact. Just recently in Garo Hills also we had, the religious organizations also have started to start this training process, and government is helping them also. So
Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma has clarified that no permanent construction will be allowed on Lumpongdeng Island under the proposed resort project. Addressing environmental concerns, he said only temporary structures like shamianas and stalls will be permitted for short durations and removed within days. He stressed that strict safeguards are in place to protect the island's ecology and urged the public not to be misled by misinformation, reaffirming the government's commitment to sustainable tourism.
I would like to take this opportunity to clarify to everyone that in the agreement that has been signed, the government and the tourism department has made it very clear that there will be no permanent construction that can take place in the island. So therefore, the concerns that are there that the entire island will be made into a concrete setup is completely wrong. Government has made it clear in the agreement that no permanent structure is going to be allowed in the island. But in order to ensure that we're able to take advantage of the location, temporary structures, shamianas, pandals, and temporary stalls, which are going to be dismantled once the program is over, like we do in Watts Lake. These kind of structures will be allowed, which will be barely there for a week, 10 days, and then removed again. And hence, there will be no impact of any sort on the island or on the overall flora and fauna in that location. And hence, I would like to clarify this and inform everybody that there is no major need to be concerned. There could be some individuals who might try to mislead, that there have been some consent to operate and establish permissions being given. That is as per the Forest Department's permissions, which means that Forest Department has said that in case the permission has to be given, it can be given as per the Forest Department in certain sections. But to take that also into consideration, we have ensured that no construction will be allowed. And hence, even though environmentally the laws are allowing it, the Tourism Department has taken a firm stand and put it in the agreement that no construction, permanent construction, will be allowed in that particular island. So I hope with this small clarification.
Meanwhile, 3 members of the Green Tech Foundation, Meghalaya, resumed their indefinite hunger strike at Malki Ground on Thursday evening after being released from Sadar Police Station. They had earlier been detained during a protest outside the main secretariat. The protesters continue to demand that the report project at Lumpongdeng Island and in Umyam project be scrapped. The foundation also received the support of the Khasi Students' Union.
Matrai undon wiru banam yakubur ba lingim kwa ki yok ka kot ka chingkiu trong jala ba ko henrei kam smut pat ka ching yok ka kot ba hapan ya penyok pat ya jing pet jing biang jo ka memereng ka bangi kum ring don kam man ring sim man yok ka er ba khot pa suba bat ki telong tong wa la telong kan lu bentaru wi yakran kata bat de halo ka tanurem bi wat ka seng na ka por beling persa ki hismen plan beton hai kita per mai ikila pencot jadi memoriang iwan gini company na soba pikiran hok kecing sisa kadungot ki kun samla beli okam tu caka baboni ki long tangki nong upgrade bat kuntar teter ri baboni ki wan ra ki nong tadina sabah.
Ullas Fest 2026, organized by the Directorate of School Education and Literacy and the State Literacy Mission Authority, was held at U Sosotham Auditorium in Shillong. The event was attended by Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma and Education Minister Lakman Rimboy. The Chief Minister highlighted the need to promote literacy among adults and the elderly. Certificates were distributed to participants, elderly learners were felicitated, and awareness videos in Khasi and Jantia languages were launched to encourage inclusive education.
Why it is important? We know the government of India from time to time, from the Operation Blackboard in those days to the adult education, and now this program of ULAS, which the target have been set that by 2027, the India as a whole will be fully literate country. So we as a part of the country, around 2 lakh of us, in the population in the state, which have not been certified literate. And to reach that benchmark of 95%, we need another 38,000 people.
Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma announced a push to strengthen education in Meghalaya, announcing the rollout of a revised pay structure for ad hoc and SSA teachers from 1st May. The measure is positioned as part of a broader reform agenda aimed to address systemic gaps in school education. Highlighting a gradual but visible shift in outcomes, the Chief Minister pointed to the improvement in pass percentages and emphasized sustained institutional reform, community participation and targeted interventions as key to building a robust education system in the state.
Just a few months back, we've taken a decision to reform the ad hoc and the SSA teachers also, and that has taken impact now. And on the 1st of May, the ad hoc and the SSA teachers will be receiving their first pay structure, the revised pay structure that is there. It will be a great moment for the education system, and I hope that that will lead to further improvement of the education system as well.
The Ministry of Food Processing Industries held a review meeting on the Pradhan Mantri formalization of Micro Food Processing Enterprises scheme in Shillong at Vivanta, Shillong. Attended by officials, beneficiaries and stakeholders, the meeting reviewed progress, challenges and impact of the scheme. Joint Secretary, Ministry of Food Processing Industries Devesh Deval said the scheme is empowering small food processing units and boosting local entrepreneurship and employment.
And we have reviewed the performance of Meghalaya state. It is doing well. Meghalaya is, one of the most forward-looking states, if I can say so. There are challenges in terms of sourcing applications because it is a bit difficult to motivate and encourage people to apply for entrepreneurship and taking loans. But I think the state, that the entire team is making very good efforts, and we have discussed that what changes we need to make so that we can encourage more people to apply and under the scheme and take advantage. We want to build a culture of entrepreneurship in Meghalaya, especially because we are from agro-food sector. This is the strength of a state like Meghalaya, where horticulture products are very good and a very good quality.
As part of ongoing efforts to boost development in the Mawsynram constituency, MLA Olan Singh Sun informed that he recently visited the construction site of the Khasi Mara Bridge at Rinku. The bridge is being built to connect Rinku with Dangar and other bordering villages within the constituency. The project is being undertaken at a cost of Rs 124 crores and will have a length of over 100 meters. The bridge is a composite structure and is expected to be completed by March 2027.
Kawak Kasimara, Kapadon Pataka, Kajinjam Kadong Shispa meter. Bala sanction Yaka have Arthur South Lord, Poisau Hajar. But kani dari jiking kepada kampung ia ke konstitusi Mawsynram ini khamtam di konstitusi kepada kampung. Nomor bahasiliang juga dari jiking, mahasiliang kujuni ke kadang kau public health center. But kahat modern Kahat modern kadi kawai kahat ke bapau nama boda ke ba kisinong di ba siliang jeng tu kawa di babun ba ki beda ki po trisinong ki wan ha tu hapo health center ki wan ha hat modern tu khatam ka polir ba pri bun ba ki pebyo nama ba hari ni he than kawa kiting masong kali.
Education Minister Lakman Rimboy attended the Platinum Jubilee of Muplang Government LP School in West Janda Hills, marking 75 years since its establishment in 1951. The school, which began as a mission school, now has 187 students and 5 teachers. A memorandum seeking upgradation and more staff was submitted. The minister assured support, announcing Rs 11 lakhs for infrastructure and laying the foundation stone for a new building.
Karon man do snyal ternat ko snyal sok negasi uyu. Ya kajing teman yang bersenang ketau. Wadat pada jauh ni mamer o nyawasan yang kani skul. Kani penyua. Kani kesenang kamen sen ko maya yang kajing nang kajing start. Kamen sen ko maya. Kamu ini kajing kai. Ya ki kon kinak man step man gawi. Yete ba hapo ading chere yang managing committee hapo ading emensin yang nang sing ka presbyterian kamera kenagin nendo kaknista sampawi hapo ading pad na sarkar kaniga skur depo.
The Federation of Piggery Farmers Meghalaya has raised alarm over the spread of African swine fever, which has killed hundreds of pigs and devastated herds across the state. With no cure available, farmers are facing heavy losses, inadequate compensation and delayed veterinary support. Chairman Prosper Dorpang urged the government to declare a state agricultural emergency and deploy rapid response teams. The Federation also flagged concerns over the influx of cheaper pigs from other states, calling for stricter checks. Northeastern Institute of Ayurveda and Homeopathy organized a walk for homeopathy on 9th April in Shillong to mark World Homeopathy Day and the 271st birth anniversary of Samuel Hahnemann. The walk, flagged off by Dr. BDR Tiwari, began at State Central Library and concluded at Golf Club. The event highlighted the theme, Bharatiya Homeopathy Transforming Traditional Wisdom into Tangible Science, and saw participation from students, doctors and staff, promoting homeopathy as a safe and holistic system of medicine. Leaders of Senrat Tuber has refuted allegations made by one Shanli Rimbai removal as a religious service provider. President Helping Power clarified that the selection of a Longdo follows a defined traditional process and is not restricted to one clan. Leaders stated that Rimbai voluntarily stepped down during a meeting on December 11, 2025 and denied claims of threats or coercion. An acting Longdo and Wasan were subsequently appointed.
Yung right to bear, kumaham ya o. Ndray ikam ginong nong ab, hawakala mo kam tu, pensnafsi jor hajing ito, ado kate-kate. Ile, tau ketuga jing kelam yang o ko bakla haga tugas ngi go penman haga taga khadwi tarik ubnai khat arjar ar pausan ke jing ya kelam itu gawi ta ke kod ko pha no council cha waro ki daloi wa hap ki usomit Ya ki rukom jet longdo, rukom jet wasan, kedustur riti, jar jar gerai.
And now for some regional news. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma said voter turnout in Assam has risen significantly, with polling expected to be 6 to 7% higher than usual across communities. He noted increased participation from women, youth and non-traditional voters driven by concerns over identity, infiltration and cultural preservation. He stated that the BJP could cross 90 seats, but said detailed development plans will be discussed after results.
कुल मिला के महिला और युवाओं ने अक्रॉस द असम वोट किया है, असम का अस्मिता के लिए वोट दिया है, घुसपैठियों का खिलाफ वोट दिया है और असम का संस्कृति को बसा के रखने के लिए इस बार लोगों ने बहुत अच्छा तरीका से वोट डाले।
Manipur Chief Minister Y. Kemchan Singh received a grand reception at Senapati District Headquarters during the inauguration of multiple development projects in Maram areas under central and state schemes. The projects include multipurpose centres, a health sub-centre with a lab, Anganwadi buildings, school floodlights, toilets, community halls and wayside amenities. The event also featured prayers for peace and felicitations, with locals appreciating the Chief Minister's efforts to promote harmony in Manipur. Additional Secretary in situ, Ministry of Power Piyush Singh, today briefed the media during an inter-ministerial briefing on West Asia developments as the government reviewed tensions, security concerns and economic implications amid ongoing geopolitical uncertainty.
And during this period and even before that also, we have successfully met the peak demand as well as energy requirement of the country. Our last year's peak demand was 245 gigawatt and before that it was 250 gigawatt. And throughout this year, our energy requirement has been consistently met, although the growth in the energy requirement was only 0.8%. But in all the months of this period, we have successfully met the energy demand continuously.
And here is the top story from around the world. Global oil prices rose amid uncertainty over the Strait of Hormuz, despite a US-Iran ceasefire announcement. West Texas Intermediate climbed to settle at $97.87 per barrel, while Brent crude ended at $95.92. The surge was driven by disrupted tanker movement and limited shipping activity through the strait. While US President Donald Trump announced a ceasefire, concerns persist over safe passage and regional tensions. And in sports. The Meghalaya Motorsports Society, in collaboration with Godspeed Racing from Pune, is set to host the MRF Mogrip Supercross FMSCI National Championship at Kurkalang Ground in Ribhoi District on 11th April. This marks the opening round of the championship, which will subsequently be held in other cities across the country. The event is expected to witness participation from 141 riders representing various parts of India, including 40 riders from Meghalaya.
This is the first time like Supercross is here, and the first time in Northeast that we are having a Supercross championship round, and we are looking forward to since he's part of the MRF Supercross, we're looking forward to building the Supercross over here in the next few years to come. And we're looking forward for Monday to train the young riders from our state. And we are also thankful for MRF for giving us this chance to host a Supercross in the Northeast, which we are hoping and looking forward to, having MRF in the Northeast area sometime again in the future.
The annual Sports 2026 of Jyotis Road School concluded on Friday with Cabinet Minister Sanbor Shulai as chief guest. The 4-day event saw active participation from students, teachers, parents and 9 schools. Shulai praised the school's progress and assured support. Activities included track and field events, relays, march pasts and cultural performances promoting teamwork and discipline.
By name, maybe by face, I know each and every one of you. Thank you so much, and especially all.
The second place, Elfidia from William Taylor again, and the first place. Third place we have Meban Punshai from Valentine who.
And now for the weather report. First, let's take a look at the weather report for Tura. Minimum temperature of 18 degrees Celsius and maximum temperature of 28 degrees Celsius were recorded. The relative humidity is 47%, rainfall 1.1 millimeter. Moving on to Shillong, 13 degrees Celsius of minimum temperature, 18 degrees Celsius of maximum temperature and 61% of relative humidity were recorded today. Meanwhile, in July, minimum temperature 12 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature 19 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 67% and rainfall 0.7 millimeter. And the forecast in Tura, Shillong and July says partly cloudy sky with moderate rain will likely occur at many places. Before winding up this news bulletin, here's a short recap. Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma hosts SSLC toppers from Khasi and Jantia Hills at his residence, shares breakfast and celebrates academic excellence. Government felicitates elderly learners at Ullas Fest 2026. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma calls for adult literacy push. Meghalaya government to aid UPSC aspirants clearing prelims, says Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma. And Meghalaya government rules out permanent construction on Lumpongdeng Island, focus on eco-friendly tourism measures. And that's all we have for you in this news bulletin. Thank you for watching and have a pleasant evening ahead.